right now. Okay. We are going to quickly answer the 3 questions at the bottom in groups. So for the next 4 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes, I'm going to ask you to work or discuss these questions in groups. Now, I'm going to be walking around. If I hear your conversation off task, the whole class not only loses the E block, but you get demerits as well. I'm going to double up and give you a 33, a 34, and a 22 for not following directions, for being not engaged in being off task in group work. So, if I were you, I would be discussing only those questions, okay? Listen very carefully. Once you get done discussing those questions, I also want you to discuss your homework, okay? As well. I did not take anybody's homework. It is on your desk. So you're going to be doing 2 things. 2 things. You are going to be discussing your homework. You are going to be discussing the answers to numbers 1, 2, and 3. And should, for some reason, you get done really early in your 5 minutes, go ahead and try that Platte Hill, defining all the parts of the Platte Hill in the back, okay? So you have several things to do. Somebody remind me what a couple of them were. We have 3 things we have to do. Somebody remind me what one was, Deshaun.
We're going to talk about the 3 answers.
Okay, so your 3 answers for your do now homework or your do now work. So you are going to talk about do now work. What's the second thing you need to do? Mariah. Talk about homework. I should not hear drumming. Third thing you need to do when you get done with all that in your 5 minutes to Kenya. Okay, work on Platte Hill chart. Excellent. This is what you were doing in this 5 minutes talk about. This is what you're doing. If you are off task, prepare to be riddled with demerits. Okay, 5 minutes. You are going to work with the person next to you. Amari and Taylor, Contrell and Mariah, Aviance and Deshaun, Jalen and Destiny, DeMonte and Tyriel, Demarius and Tyree. 2. Sorry. Tanaya and Tehran, Nia and Jeremiah. To Kenya, Infinity, Elijah, and Sean, you will be working with me today. Okay? Questions? No questions. Get started. Okay, you're saying all parts of one thing.
So what's the difference?
What's that thing we talked about?
How do you know something realistic fiction?
What's that thing we talked about? The narrative.
So are there real people who actually live like you?
Fiction stories are actually like compared to
They might
setting
make up a
conflict.
story about
So
fifth
fiction
grade
stories
students,
are actually stories compared to
but they
setting
would
conflict. Non-fiction
realistic.
is just telling you what
Non-fiction
happened.
stories
So it could be a biography, but that's not really a story. That's not really
So if you see names
how
and
somebody's
people
life or
you know,
opinion do I have to attention.
you know,
So write this down. This is really important. If you know tomorrow that non-fiction is not a story, it's not a character, does not have a setting, there's no conflict, there's no narrative plot, it's non-fiction. Okay? Fiction, on the other hand, has to have a narrative plot. It has to have a conflict. It has to have a it has to have so if you don't have that, that's really important. So that character, the setting, conflict, resolution, that is only in fiction. It's not in non-fiction. Okay? So let's go. Elijah said that there's between fiction and non-fiction. Fiction is fake, non-fiction is real. The second difference is fiction has a narrative plot structure with a conflict, setting, resolution. Non-fiction does not have any of those. And that fiction can run anything realistic or unrealistic. So fiction can be any type of situation. So that's the second part of it. All you can send your difference between fiction and non-fiction is fiction is fake, non-fiction is real, fiction has a plot structure, non-fiction doesn't. Fiction can be unrealistic, non-fiction. What about you? What's the biggest difference between realistic fiction and historical? Okay, did everybody do that?
Did you do the homework?
Okay, so.
Did you do the homework? Do you want to share some of your answers with me while he finishes up this question?
Both are realistic.
Yeah. So tell me what you put for the first couple ones out of the